Okay, what's up, YouTube? We are here today to talk about Kiriko's kit, aka I like to call her Rico. You know, Rico kind of slides off the name, little Rico. So let's go from the top. We're gonna start from the top of the kit. We have the protection Suzu. Upon impact, allies in the area become briefly invulnerable in a cleanse of most negative effects. So for dudes who don't know necessarily what this means, so you're thinking about it, it's something like immortality. But it is not like immortality. You actually take no damage. So you don't get reduced to 0 damage. You actually take negative, no damage when that orb is around you. And it also cleanses off cooldowns like anti. So honestly, that cooldown, that alone kind of changes, is a big game changer. This is like definitely the first like complete anti, like she just cancels out somebody else's playmaking is the main part, right? And I don't think that this cooldown is that broken. That's the whole thing. I think they added this cooldown, right? People hear it, you think this is probably most broken. We heard of immortality with Bat, but no, that is not the case. It only lasts like 0.75 seconds or something like that. When I was using it in actual practice, I was rarely saving people. Like I saved some people, right? Like I did save some people from death, but I think the cleanse is the big thing. So another tidbit. Think about, right? So one thing I want to say about her that people not thinking about is think about Baptiste in Overwatch 2, right? Baptiste kind of struggled because everybody is split all over the map. So your lamp doesn't necessarily get the value it will get in Overwatch 1. She can possibly run into that same issue with the Suzu if you think about it. Because everybody's not stacked on top of each other, so you're not able to cleanse everybody or immortality everybody. Keep that in mind. I felt myself using this on myself mostly. Top 3 targets was, well, I mean, I feel like Papega saying this. Alright. In priority, I was giving a lot to my Reinhardt because my Reinhardt got antied a lot. You know, I always got to keep your tank up. Second, like, I feel like I didn't really save I saved my DPS maybe once or twice using these orb. I feel like this orb for saving people was like a bad idea. Like, it's really, really hard to get that actual saving. I think this is really big time in. So glad it can cleanse anti, yes. So basically, the Junker Queen Ana counter. Dun dun dun. All right, moving on. We're gonna go down the list. We're gonna go down the whole list. So Kunai. For those who don't know about her Kunai, the Kunai, first ever new mechanic in Overwatch. Kiriko, aka Rico, has triple headshot damage, if you don't know. Triple headshot damage. I know people probably thinking triple headshot damage is absolutely insane. It is insane. I'm going to be honest. It's insane. But you have to be an absolute god to land that shit over and over and over again. Like, I was thinking, yeah, I'm about to be deleting people. I played her, I wasn't deleting people. I was 1v1ing somebody in a skirm, like me and this other Rico with skirmishing and stuff. It was so, like, it was tough to, like, land it. But when you did land it, like, one of the 1v1s we had in the skirmish, I instantly deleted them. It was like, bat, 2-tap. You can literally bat, 2-tap with her if you're nuts with it. Now, we're going to talk about possibly the make or break ability, I may say. So I feel like everybody's gonna argue about their own make or break ability, but for me, the Swift Step is the make or break ability on Rico or Kiriko. I'm gonna start the Rico wave now. Everybody just know Rico started with me. Like if I contribute anything to Overwatch 2, it's called Kiriko Rico. I'm gonna coin that phrase and terminology. I'm gonna coin that. Because here is going to put a dent in those Zenyatta main numbers. Definitely will. So, the Swift Step, I will say. The Swift Step is, again, probably my favorite ability. So, for those who don't know, because you haven't touched it yet, it has a 35-meter radius. It has a 35-meter radius. For those, so like, I ain't gonna show. I mean, I guess I could show you what a 35-meter radius can possibly look like. Let's go into the practice range actually, so we can have like a little bit of understanding of what that means. Who could leave something that could be a marker? Maybe Ash. Okay, perfect.
My business.
So we can understand what 35 meters is looking like. Let me put this down. Okay. So where we at? This is 10, 20, 30. So like, look at that, bro. Look at that distance. I thought I hit the dynamite.
Here it comes.
Yeah, did not hit the dynamite. Definitely did not hit the dynamite. But look at that distance from here to there. Look at that. Okay, let's try this again.
Fire in the hole.
Okay, fuck me. But I mean, you kind of get the gist though. Literally from here to there, 35 meters, and that's through walls as well. It's pretty good. It's honestly, it's like when I was doing it, I'm like, okay. So little tidbit I would add. One thing you probably would want to do with Kiriko's is treat her like a mercy, where you send somebody back so she has somebody to TP to for faster get-backs. Pro tip, Javion said it first. You're welcome. Extra 200 SR in your games. Extra 200 SR. Treat Rico like the mercy. So, what I would say, what I like to do in the build with that ability, in my time playing, was play with a flanker. If a flanker goes backline, I TP with that flanker. I do damage. I heal them up. If things get too crazy, I just go TP out. Very simple stuff. I never got my TP stopped or anything like that. Like nobody really stopped me from TPing or cucked me out of it. It's kind of instant TP. It's like look, boom. You're kind of over there type thing. Way faster than Reapers. So we covered the damage. We covered the TP. The TP is a very risky move though. Like, you know, let's say you just TP to a room and you don't know what's happening. You could TP to your teammate getting rushed by 5 people or 4 people. Reaper maze. So definitely watch how you TP. Like TPing is gonna be, TP usage is gonna be important. Don't be like those Moiras who fade in. You will probably get hard punished. So, the healing of Ufuda. The healing of Fuda. For those who don't know, this is a targeted talisman healing. That basically means you actually have to aim the heal. So, hey, wait. Ding, 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 ding. You guys are about to get another pro tip from Javion. So one thing I remember, I ended up treating Kiriko like Sojourn in terms of switching the M1 and M2, actually, chat. Because when you first get on her, healing is going to be on left click and shooting is going to be on right click. I switched it so I could get the enhanced precision pointer settings that you guys should be using if you're not using, you're trolling, in Overwatch. So that's something to keep in mind. You will want to switch the M1 and M2 like Sojourn when it comes to Kiriko. Another tip there I would add on. Enhance what now? Okay, I will show this setting. For those who don't know what it is. So it should be, is it in gameplay? This right here. Enable high precision mouse input. Is this new? It came out in a patch. There was a patch for it. And all the pro players, or like, you know, all the amateurs, pro players, we're all talking about what to do with it. And do set to put it on, basically. What does it do? Less input lag on your clicks. Like, 99% of people who switched their M1s and M2 for Sojourns, they felt the difference. Okay, yeah. Like, honestly, I remember, right? I was playing Soldier in the first day. I'm like, yo, something feels really off with her. And then somebody said this, and I was like, damn, you fucking smart. That makes sense. And then I tried it, and I was like, wait, damn, this actually feels a lot better, like 10 times better. So you're gonna wanna, for those who don't know, you just got another pro tip. Enable high precision mouse input for the mouse and keyboard users. So back to what I was saying, we were on topic with the healing of Fuda. The key about the healing of Fuda, you have to be directly on them. So I'm gonna give you an example of what I mean. I think I could go like Zenyatta, right? I'm gonna go Zenyatta and I'll give you like an example. Perfect example. So
True self is
okay. So boom. Right? So let's say everybody for this dramatization right now, I am Kiriko, right? I am Kiriko and I'm going to heal somebody. I'm going to shoot the orbs, but you know that let's just say for that's the healing. If you're not directly on top, if you're like, you know, you're cross it, so you're going to get this like icon, you know, like the healing icon. If you're not directly on top of the person when you're throwing a healing, they won't get fully healed properly. Your heal burst is gonna go near them. They're gonna be, it's gonna be like bluish, like it's gonna be bluish like this kind of bluish, and that's gonna mean that it's not targeted healing. That means the healing is just going in that direction. It's not targeted. But when you properly aim on somebody and heals, it's gonna look like, you know, it's gonna look like a yellow Zen orb going in. It's gonna look like that, but it's gonna be those little, I don't know the exact name. I guess they call a Fuda, so I'm just gonna call them a Fuda. So you can see the Fudas flying yellow. So that's the big key. So back to, so let me, I'm gonna take the orb off of this guy. So yeah, you would see something like this. You have to be on target with the healing or it's not gonna be, you know. So even a heal, you have to have some accuracy.
reflect upon your
But I'm talking about the healing of Fuda, the channel burst of healing talismans that can seek targeted allies. It's still, when they're targeted, it will follow them wherever they go. Like even if they dash or TP. Ain't that okay? This guy. All right, moving on. This guy's trying to ruin the YouTube. This guy's trying to ruin the YouTube video. Okay, moving on to the Kitsune Rush. the Kitsune Rush. Uncultured. The Kitsune Rush. So basically, it summons out Tory Gates. So I don't know. I can't necessarily tell you how long it goes, but maybe it might be another like 30-meter kind of deal. Like maybe how many gates? Boom, boom, boom. So maybe like 3 gates pop up. So the gates are insane. The gates are insane. Like you get, well, I mean it says it there, but you get speed boosts, a higher attack speed, cooldown reduction. Let me say that again. You get speed boosts, higher attack speed, cooldown reduction. Who knows technically what they just brought back? Who can have an idea of what kind of thing they brought back? They brought back old Nano. Speed boost, faster damage. It sounded like old Nano boost. I mean, we were actually doing combos where we nanoed Soldier, sent him through the freaking Tory Gates, nanoed Genji, sent him through the Tory Gates. We was like, Nano Reaper with the Tory Gates. Like, there's a lot of
Double kill.
there's a lot of combos you can do with the Tory Gates. I think the Tory Gates, I think the Tory Gates go really crazy. It's gonna be interesting to see. I would say in terms of how high, like, you know, like every ult has a certain stature of what it is. It's not like an automatic team winning ult. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of who is in there. It's like what you're doing with it. Like Visor with Tory Gates is insane. Like Guess you know the automatic, like the ults that are less likely to fail within the Tory Gates can be insane. Winning team fights, like being on Soldier. That's how fast you shoot in the Tory Gates is insane. Like it's crazy. Like the Tory Gates is gonna be interesting. We didn't really get to see too much combinations of like alts battling. Like I didn't really get to see like what happens if somebody beats versus a Tory Gate, like Tory Gates, who's stronger. Like I would say I haven't really sure about those yet. I'm really sure how strong it was, but it felt very strong in the times we used it. Like we were easily winning team fights with it. I just think that boost to everybody, like the extra everything is good. And last but not least, the wall climb. Did I not like this before? Oh, I just unliked it. Nice. I just unliked it. Nice, man. Nice. Last but not least, the wall climb. The wall climb is honestly just, you know, normal wall climb. Nothing crazy here. We already know about wall climbs. We play Shimada characters. I think the wall climb though makes her very safe. So I think she's safe. Is she broken? I don't think Rico is broken. The verdict is this is my hammer. Not broken. That is the vote. That is the verdict, and these are the reasons why. I think the protection Suzu, very very hard skill to land reliably. If you can reliably, you get high value out of the cleanse and vulnerability. You're probably climbing to the top of the ranks because everything is cat and mouse. Somebody uses a high noon. You gotta time your throw exactly when the high noon is shooting. Somebody has tire. You gotta time exactly your Suzu with the tire explosion. There's a lot of like somebody shatters. Somebody looking for a shatter. That small little window, you gotta time it. Not broken. Well, I'm not gonna say she's broken because of the intense skill needed to pull off plays with her consistently will make her not broken. I could be wrong. Somebody can just be like a projectile god and hit every headshot with her. I think there will be those close cases with Rico players where maybe they're adept at landing headshots. Because if you can just land a lot of headshots with her, you can just play her that way as well. 120 damage, like 120 damage headshots coming from a support is gonna hit you with a surprising amount of damage, right? You're gonna be sitting on a high ground as a soldier, Cass, Ashe, trading with the DPS, and all of a sudden when you're trading, you're just gonna get back 120 to your head, and now you gotta decide, am I about to run, or is the other, you know, you have that, it's gonna be a split second of, does the enemy DPS just kill you because of your 80 HP, or what? So that's gonna be something to watch out for, I would say. That's gonna be like definitely something to watch out for. Swift Step. I think this Swift Step unlocks her gameplay. I would say that the Swift Step is what is going to make her gameplay, you know, sporadic, dynamic, all over the place, because you could do whatever how you want with that ability, right? That ability there is no correct way to use Swift Step. Except to save yourself, right? That's the only correct way, quote unquote. But there is no way to say how to use Swift Step. You kind of choose what you do with that, that's gonna be like one of those. So when you get to her Kunai, her Swift Step, those are those uncapped high skill ceiling abilities where you're like, it's who's using it is gonna make that ability stronger. Basically, if you really look at most of her kit outside of the healing of Fuda, it's about who's using it. It's not something that you just press a button and it's going to get you that instant value. Since she's only does Mercious amount of healing, it sounds like she's flex support off healer, so you play her with Moira, Brig, Bap. I think so. I feel like it's hard for me to give you an exact answer on the healing combinations. So I remember we use Ana, Kiriko. I think we use Lucio Kiriko at one point. But I definitely think, yeah, she doesn't like her healing is not that crazy. I want to put that like if we would rank healers, right? Definitely like Zen healing's at the bottom, but then her healing is like definitely above Zen's. Like some people were putting out a lot of heals with her, like being pocket healers. Again, I wasn't looking at her with the like of the idea of healing, of being a pocket healer. I was more aggressive, so I may be a little bit off when it comes to the healer numbers here. But she was definitely. It was hard to heal people when they were red, though. When I saw the red cross, it was
15 busts. Air on the 16th. She drops a healing orb up your ass. You're ready for another 15 shots, Kek.
Okay. Alright, back to what I was saying. I think definitely you're gonna want a lot more. I think maybe you would want more heals with her. What's up, Afro Bubblegum? I think you would want more heals with her. So you could be more unlocked to kind of make plays. Like if I want to go flank with my Reaper or Tracer, I want to make sure there's maybe some good healing and still left back. So definitely I get that what you're saying there. So that's what in terms of play style, you can play flank, you can play passive. I think she should not die. Like that's my biggest takeaway. I feel people should have with Rika. Does the kunai do bleed like Joker Queen Knife? No bleed damage on this character. And yeah, she can wall climb. I think because she can wall climb, Jav, please talk about the potential of double lamp meta. This character, this cooldown is nowhere close to the strength of lamp. I'm going to say that one more time. This cooldown is nowhere in the strength of lamp. A lamp lasts how long? I could be wrong. Somebody can chime in whenever if I'm wrong. But I think a lamp can last a whole 5 seconds. A whole 5 seconds it can be on the field if it's untouched. Yeah, that's not even close. That's not even close. This is literally like split second. Like, you would use this, you know how this is good? You would have to like predict a Genji's about to slash you and throw it and then stop yourself from taking the damage from that slash. But then he's gonna be able to do damage with you with the next slash. So that's like kind of, you gotta like, it gives you like an extra 0.75 to outplay what's happening. That's what you think about it like that. The cleanse though, the cleanse is actually good, right? I think the cleanse is what you're gonna always get value out of. But the invulnerable part is gonna be like for big screaming things, right? It's like Diva Bomb, we don't have a shield. Everybody group up together. We live, right? Like stuff like that. The simple stuff. But like those intimate, like those little moments, like somebody's diving on you at your X amount of HP. That's timing. That's going to be skill. That's going to be game sense. That's going to be reaction time. It's going to be way harder than Lamp. Lamp has wiggle room. Lamp, you can lamp somebody 3 seconds before they're going to die, and they still have 2 seconds of time. You know what I'm saying? It's not even close. And again, can we stop saying random bullshit? What lamp meta? Baptiste was dog shit in Overwatch 2. Did we forget that they had to buff him because he was ass? Did we forget that already? How are we gonna get a lamp meta when the motherfucker don't even get played, even when he's buffed? They don't even play him in Overwatch League for a reason. The character is actually ass. That's, again, bouncing back to why I think this character, this ability, isn't as strong as people think, right? Because I said earlier. Think about this. The reason why lamp or this would be strong is because if everybody's clumped in a ball. When I played, I was cleansing me and one other person. I was literally cleansing me and the person next to me. That's who was getting cleansed or helped. The dude over, you down the block? Nah, get away from me. You're not getting help. Oh, you right, yo, we touching, we hip to hip. You get help. You get help. You know what I'm saying? So, double lamp meta, no, I don't think that's going on. I don't think that's happening. Too much pink names on my screen. Yeah, let's all just chill out. I can't wait though. 19 days. I can't wait. I feel sorry for people in low elo. My condolences to low elo if you get some very bad Rico players. They're not gonna do no damage. They're not gonna let no Suzu timings. They're gonna TP in and die. They're gonna see their Winston go all in and TP on the Winston and get blown up. So my condolences to your elo. But, you know, people at least have to learn her. Said high only, high elo players only, silver plus. Yeah, only silver plus is allowed to speak in this chat. Talk about the healing of Ofuda again. Yo, you gotta grow up, man. Yeah, but seriously though, like everything is skill. Everything. Why is people tilted about a hero before it's out? That's the real question. I mean, to be honest, I probably won't